We're going to burn some of these piles today, and then I'm gonna light 2 of them on, and then we're gonna work at because I gotta stay here and watch the burn. We're going to work at tearing not this barn. This barn, it's gonna come down this winter, but not yet. Gonna work at tearing that big old barn down today and get rid of it, and then kind of knock the rubble down, and I guess yeah, try and burn it right there. I gotta knock this big old silo over and then get rid of it too. So, but yeah, we'll get this going and have some enviro showing up. We'll go from there. I think I'm gonna start another little one on fire, but anywho. Well, burning piles today. Trying to get this cleaned up so we can finish the dozer work down here. Got the excavator sitting here running behind me. But yeah, we're just gonna burn these up and see what happens. Try and get as much burned up as possible. If the wind stays down, once I get these smaller piles burned up, then I will light a couple of the bigger ones. If the wind picks up, then I'm not lighting anything. But yeah, we're just, as you can see, that one's going good. And then I got 2 other smaller ones over here. That one is, oh no, that one is just starting to go. This one is just going nicely now. So yeah, the wind's not picked up yet. If the wind picks up, then we're done. I'm not burning. We wanted to burn yesterday, and the wind just got to be going too much. So yeah, is what it is. Little bit too damp to do tillage. Corn is too wet to take off. It's hand shelled. It's around 26 to 30%. So through a machine, you add 2 points. So that's 28 to 32. Beans are all done. We've already helped out a neighbor to finish up, and I was going to drive truck for another neighbor and help them on corn, but they're in the same problem. They're out of corn that's dry enough to take into the elevator. So we'll go from there. But yeah, we have all these barns yet. So we'll see what we do. If these piles get going nicely and calm down a little bit, I'm gonna round the corner here and start working on taking down the big barn. I think I'll use a beam from the other barn and just poke and push it over, but it's a big one, and then the silo's got to come down too. So we'll see where we get. I don't make plans anymore. I just try and roll with what goes on. The plan is to have most of this cleaned up by spring and farm through this low spot here, because the landowner no longer wants us to use the farm laneway with the equipment, and I understand that. Our equipment's really big, really wide compared to what it used to be, so they would rather have us come through here. So we decided to rip everything out along the old fence lines, because this is an old pasture field. That's why the solar panels are here, and they're here for a few more years yet, and then they're out of here because they're going to be a pain. But we'll just spray underneath them, spray around them. They're already getting they're already more efficient than they were last year because we took down the tree line right here. So yes, we run some tile through this low ground of the pasture field and mulched it off with a rotary mulcher, and yeah, it's been work after work. So we'll see how it turns out, but I think it's going to be corn on corn for 2 years at least, just to make sure we don't have any booby traps out here. I've tried removing the booby traps. You can see the T-rails right there. Those mark the wire for the solar panel, so that when we were ripping through the tile, we weren't going to rip through the wire. And, yeah, it's actually burning quite nice, quite even. We'll keep her going, and whatever doesn't burn up is just going to go on the dump trailer and back to the bush, and then that'll be the create a pile back there somewhere and call it good enough. Don't want to burn anything back there. Got a couple big old trees yet, that big old massive thing. I might take some of it down this winter. We'll see. It wasn't one I was going to dig out with an excavator and push over. It's just a little too big for that. But we'll work around it right now. Work in progress. It'd be 2 years before it's completely cleaned up and where we want it. But landowner's working with us on this, and happy to see it get cleaned up. They feel it got away from them, but it didn't. You don't clean stuff up like this on your own if you're not farming it, because it doesn't make you money to clean it up. So, and we got the capabilities of doing it, and I have the time to do most of it, so do it now, and yeah, it'll be nice when it's done. Anywho, pile number 2 is lit. Those 2 small ones just have too much other stuff in them. They're just too green yet. So, and then pile number 1 is getting down to be nothing. So now is the time to start pushing her all up. Anywho, get in this thing and shove it up in a pile. And we got 3 piles burnt. First one's pretty much down to nothing, and then this one is getting there. A little bit of fencing in there that I gotta clean out that you can't see when you're cleaning up an old fence line. And then this one's just nicely going. Smoking a lot though. I wish it wouldn't smoke so much, but anyways. And I'm not lighting anymore today. The wind was perfect until about 10 minutes ago, and then it went and changed direction. Not totally, but instead of being out of the southeast a little bit, now it's out of the straight east, almost a little northeast. Yeah, kind of a sit around and watch stuff burn all day and babysit it and keep nudging the stuff in so that you burn as much as you can, because whatever's not gonna burn is going back to the bush. We'll see how that goes. We started this project this spring. One of our friends used to rent this place, and he is retiring, so we had the chance to do it. So yeah, we're doing good. We got a whole bunch of little piles burnt. Well, I guess not little, but they're little now. But yeah, I could have lit another one maybe, but the wind changed The wind was out of the east and a little bit out of the south, and it was not smoking the neighbors out. Now it's out of the east and the north a little bit. We're smoking the neighbors out. But I've called them, and they just kind of laughed and said it smells like a campfire. I said, well, so glad to see the humor in it, because it wasn't my intention to smoke the neighbors out. Yeah, keep chipping away at this. Got to pick some rocks. This place has got lots of rocks. We didn't get it rolled after we planted beans in here this spring because the roller was broke. But it's exciting. It's fun to clean up. It's fun to see what it's going to look like when we're done. I gotta get around this pile over here. This one burns right here. Stack up some more, but it's a little toasty. So no, we'll keep working at it. Keep plugging away. I don't know how long I'm gonna spend here this evening. I might spend here till into the dark just to make sure everything's under control before I go to bed. Anywho,